Daisy and Viola are Siamese twins, fused from birth in the pelvis. Even though they are 18 years old, they still consider themselves to be one and share similar feelings and emotions. Because of their shared circulatory system, they also share physical sensations with each other. For example, if one of the sisters eats too many sweets, the other will also feel a stomach ache. They have beautiful voices and love to sing, and their parents use this to make money. Often the sisters are invited to perform for a fee at various events, such as birthdays, weddings, and memorials. Some people think they are God's miracle and think that just by touching Daisy and Viola, they can be cleansed and healed. Their parents organize performances for their daughters, and their father, named Pepe, is a depressed poet who writes lyrics for their songs, and he carefully keeps the he earns in the twins' bank account to ensure a normal life for them in the future. Pepe demands total obedience from his daughters. They sing only the songs their parents choose. The girls do not have their own cell phones and have no access to their bank accounts. One day, the twins' mother, Titi, who often uses alcohol and drugs, wakes her daughters up because they have another event coming up. During the little girl's birthday party, the twins perform songs as usual, beautifully and soulfully. In addition, the resourceful Pepe tells his wife to flirt with a priest named Salvador to allow the twins to give a paid concert for the congregation of his church. At one of the events, wealthy music producer Marco Ferrari notices the girls and offers to help them in their musical career. The modest Viola is shy, while the more outgoing Daisy is interested in the proposal and takes the attractive man's business card. After a concert for the churchgoers, Father Salvador is very pleased with the twins and declares that he has received approval to build a small church in their honor. The Swiss surgeon Alphonse Fassin noticed the unusual girls. The man is convinced that the twins could have been separated in early childhood and not spoil their lives. He didn't pay any attention to him. But Daisy saw an opportunity. On the way home, Daisy demands that her father give her the doctor's card, but Pepe refuses, explaining that it would be better for the daughters. At the next performance, Daisy flatly refuses to sing and forbids her sister to do so until her father gives them the surgeon's card. Titi shows sympathy for the daughters and gives them the card. At the examination, Fezin explains that girls' circulatory systems are connected by small capillaries, which is why the sisters feel so good about each other. Fassin claims that the twins' vital organs are not connected to each other, and therefore a possible separation operation is possible, which he is willing to perform in Switzerland for free. However, the family would need to find 20,000 euros for the journey, the hospital room, the anesthesia, and the operating room. Daisy is delighted with the doctor's offer. But when the sisters ask their father for money, he replies that he cannot provide the necessary sum. Daisy is indignant, since they have earned about 80,000 euros in the past year, but Pepe says he does not have that money. A distraught Daisy realizes that her father has lost all their gambling fees and begins to get cranky, but Pepe won't listen to them and tells her daughters to go to bed. Titi assumes that her husband lied to twins because he is worried about the outcome of the operation. Unfortunately, Pepe really lost all of the girls' savings. At the same time, he believes that the money belongs to him, since he wrote all the lyrics. The man utters cruel words, claiming that it is Titi's fault that the daughters were born with abnormalities because of her alcohol consumption during pregnancy. Daisy tells her sister about her dreams of freedom, but Viola replies that it is their gift and curse from birth, and they must live inseparably until death. In the morning, the girls take their phone and scooter from their parents to try to find the money for the operation themselves, and they count on Salvador's father for help. Titi tells her husband that it is time to let the daughters go, but Pepe insists on searching for them, warning them of the danger. The priest refuses to give the money, claiming that the girls were born the way they are by God's will. Salvador even threatens the girls that a very difficult life awaits them after the operation. The priest leaves, and the girls have no idea that Salvador has denied the request because he collects good donations for the church with their help. Daisy turns to Marco Ferrari for help by texting him. Suddenly, Viola tells her sister has the right to choose, and she wishes to return home. However, Daisy resolutely rejects the idea, believing that separating would greatly improve their lives. The twins quarrel and almost fight. after which Viola confesses her fears that her sister will leave her and leave her alone after the operation. Daisy calms her down, and they continue their journey. Soon they receive a message from Ferrari, who offers to take them on his yacht. On shore, the sisters already have the producer's boat waiting. The parents keep looking for their daughters, but the boatman refuses to carry them, saying he doesn't like Pepe. Titi returns home without her husband, finally determined to give her daughters their freedom. Ferrari greets the twins amiably on his yacht and treats them to alcohol. Daisy happily agrees, but Viola refuses. The girls admit that they need an advance on their surgery, and they are ready to sign a contract with the producer and work off all the money they borrowed from him. Ferrari agrees and retrieves the needed amount from the safe in his quarters. The man drinks again with the girls and then begins passionately kissing Daisy, but Viola felt uncomfortable and asked her host to bring her tea. When Ferrari left to get the tea, Viola brought her sister back to reality and told her that they should not allow anyone to take advantage of them for money. Viola gathered all the money into a backpack and took her sister to the deck. There she persuaded Daisy to jump into the water, believing that it was better to die than to live when you were forced to do things you didn't want to do. They made it to shore, but their strength was running out, and along the way, the girls lost all their money. Pepe and Salvador found it and helped the twins into the van. Pepe tells the priest that the daughters, after the accident, will not be able to attend the ceremonial day of the start of the new church. However, the priest replies that the twins have committed a sinful act and they should open the ceremony anyway. Soon, the responsible day arrives and Pepe prepares his daughters for the ceremony. The man puts chunks of ice in their palms to desensitize them and then makes incisions on the daughters' hands with a knife. During the ceremony, Salvador reads a prayer, the sisters sing, and the congregation touches the wounds on their hands in hopes of healing and cleansing. Suddenly, Daisy, devastated and hopeless, plunges a blade into her chest, and Viola begs in desperation not to be left alone in this world. After a while, Viola wakes up in the hospital without her sister. As she and Daisy are finally separated, Viola struggles to get out of bed and walks out into the hallway, hoping that Daisy is lying in one of the rooms nearby. Finally, she finds her, lies down next to her, cuddles her, and begins to sing. Daisy hears her sister's voice, regains consciousness, and sings along with her. Though the twins' bodies are separated, their souls and hearts are forever indivisible. That's all for today. Subscribe and like it if you want more videos like this.